If your automatic transmission fails, get ready to empty your wallet. We're talking $2,000 to $6,000 or more in repair costs. But what if I told you that you can avoid all that with a few simple tricks most drivers completely ignore? In today's video, we're breaking down 13 essential tricks to keep your automatic transmission running smooth, powerful, and problem-free for years. These aren't just random tips. They're real techniques mechanics wish you'd follow, but rarely share until it's too late. So buckle up, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, and let's shift into gear. Trick number 1, always check transmission fluid. Regularly, transmission fluid is the lifeblood of your automatic system. It keeps gears lubricated, prevents overheating, and ensures smooth shifting. But here's the kicker. Unlike engine oil, many people completely ignore it. That's a huge mistake. Over time, transmission fluid degrades due to heat and friction. It loses its viscosity, starts forming sludge, and can no longer protect the system. If your car starts shifting hard, hesitates to move, or you hear whining noises, guess what? It might already be too late. Check your owner's manual for how often to inspect it, but a good rule of thumb is every 30,000 to 60,000 miles. And don't forget, some cars don't have dipsticks anymore, so checking the fluid might require a mechanic or special procedure. Think your fluid's fine because your car feels okay? Wait till trick number 2 reveals how that assumption can cost you a new transmission. Trick number 2, don't rely on lifetime transmission fluids. Many modern automatics are marketed with lifetime transmission fluid. Sounds great, right? No maintenance. Wrong. Lifetime doesn't mean forever. It means until the end of the warranty or until something breaks. In real-world conditions like city driving, towing, or extreme temperatures, fluid degrades much faster than manufacturers suggest. Replacing it every 50,000 to 60,000 miles is a smart move, even if the manual says you don't have to. The cost of a fluid change may be $200. The cost of a new transmission, easily $3,000 to $7,000. You do the math. And if you think skipping fluid changes is bad, wait until you hear what idling and drive does to your car in trick number 3. Trick number 3, never idle and drive for long periods. Stuck in traffic or waiting outside a friend's house? If you're sitting in drive with your foot on the brake for too long, you're stressing your transmission more than you think. When the car is in drive, the transmission is engaged in trying to move the vehicle forward, even if you're stopped. This builds unnecessary heat and pressure inside the system. Over time, this constant strain wears down internal components and accelerates fluid breakdown. If you expect to sit still for more than a minute or two, shift to neutral. It relieves pressure and reduces heat buildup. Small change, huge benefit. You won't believe how many people make the next mistake every single day without realizing the damage it causes. Trick number 4, don't shift while the car is moving. This one's a transmission killer. Ever shift from drive to reverse or vice versa while the car is still rolling? Stop immediately. When you do this, you're not letting the transmission properly disengage one gear before engaging the next. The result? Violent gear clashes, increased wear, and eventually, total failure. Always come to a complete stop before changing directions. It only takes an extra second, but it could save you thousands. Speaking of shifting, trick number 5 reveals a sneaky habit that quietly erodes your transmission every time you park. Trick number 5, use the parking brake. Every time, think the parking brake is just for hills? Think again. When you park an automatic car without the handbrake, all the vehicle's weight rests on a small part inside the transmission called the parking palm. It's not designed to handle tons of pressure daily. Over time, this leads to jerky gear engagement and, yep, pawl failure. But if you engage the parking brake first, you remove that stress completely. Always pull the brake before shifting into park. It's a habit that protects your transmission and your wallet. Trick number 6 is a favorite among performance drivers, but it's actually a silent killer of transmissions. Trick number 6, avoid manual mode abuse. Many automatics today come with a manual or sport mode that lets you control the gears. It's fun, especially when you're on winding roads or want quick acceleration. But here's the truth. Overusing or misusing manual mode can seriously damage your transmission. If you constantly redline the engine, downshift aggressively, or delay shifts in manual mode, you're putting immense strain on internal components, especially the torque converter and clutches. These aren't built to handle the stress like a true manual transmission. Manual mode is great for occasional control, like engine braking on hills or overtaking, but it's not meant to replace smooth automatic operation. Treat it like a tool, not a toy. And if you think driving habits don't affect your transmission's health, trick number 7 will change the way you press the gas pedal forever. Trick number 7. Go easy on the gas at stoplights. Here's a surprisingly common behavior. You're stopped at a red light, and as soon as it turns green, you slam the accelerator. Sounds normal? It's actually terrible for your transmission. Sudden throttle input forces the transmission to jump into higher pressure operation instantly. It creates unnecessary stress on the clutches and bands, especially when repeated daily in city driving. Over time, this causes premature wear, overheating, and sluggish shifting. Instead, apply steady, gradual pressure on the accelerator. Not only does it prolong transmission life, but it also improves fuel efficiency. But what about cold mornings? Trick number 8 reveals what most drivers get completely wrong about warming up your automatic car. Trick number 8, warm up the car properly in cold weather. In cold climates, jumping in and driving hard right away is a transmission killer. Cold fluid is thick and sluggish, which means it doesn't lubricate or flow properly, and your automatic transmission relies heavily on fluid pressure to function smoothly. Start your car and let it idle for 30 to 60 seconds. This allows the fluid to start circulating and warm slightly. Then, drive gently for the first few minutes, no hard acceleration or fast shifting. Warming up your car isn't just an engine thing, it's crucial for your transmission too. Next, trick number 9 might sound harmless, but skipping it could cost you thousands over time. Trick number 9. Always check for transmission leaks. Unlike engine oil, a small transmission fluid leak can quickly turn into a catastrophe. Why? Because transmissions rely on precise fluid pressure to operate. Even a slight drop in fluid level can cause slippage, hard shifting, or overheating. Signs of a leak? Reddish fluid spots under your car, gear hesitation, or a burning smell. Always check under your car after parking, especially overnight, and inspect the area around the transmission pan and cooler lines. Catching a leak early means a $100 repair. Ignoring it could mean a full rebuild or replacement. And here's something even seasoned drivers get wrong. Trick number 10 is about a common tire mistake that ruins your transmission balance. Trick number 10, always use matching tire. Sizes tires might not seem related to transmission health, but they absolutely are. In all-wheel drive, AWD, or four-wheel drive vehicles especially, mismatched tire sizes, even slightly worn ones, can cause drivetrain binding and strain your transmission. Why? Different diameters cause each wheel to rotate at slightly different speeds, which confuses the system and overworks the transmission and transfer case. Always replace tires in full sets or at least in matching pairs. Rotating them regularly keeps wear even and prevents unnecessary stress. Think keeping your car clean is just about looks. Trick number 11 will shock you with how your car wash habits impact your transmission. Trick number 11. Be cautious with automatic car washes. Automatic car washes with conveyor belts pull your car through while in neutral. If your transmission isn't fully disengaged or your wheels are locked, it can cause internal stress, especially if you're in the wrong gear or didn't follow the wash instructions properly. Some modern transmissions don't fully release in neutral or have electronic shift locks, which can confuse the system. It's critical to consult your owner's manual before going through automated washes, or better yet, opt for touchless or manual washes to be safe. But nothing's worse than ignoring the warning lights. Trick number 12 explains the one alert you should never ignore. Trick number 12. Don't ignore the transmission warning light. That little gear icon or check transmission message, it's not a suggestion, it's a warning. And ignoring it could mean the difference between a $50 sensor fix and a $5,000 rebuild. Modern transmissions are computer controlled. When something's off, like fluid temperature, shift timing, or clutch engagement, the system sends a warning. If your dashboard lights up, get it scanned ASAP, either with a code reader or by visiting a trusted mechanic. The sooner you catch the problem, the cheaper the fix. Ready for the final trick? It's the ultimate tip that could extend your transmission's life by years, and hardly anyone does it. Trick Sharker 13. Invest in a transmission cooler if you tow or drive in heat. If you tow trailers, haul heavy loads, or live in hot climates, your transmission is working overtime. All that heat is the #1 killer of automatic transmissions. Installing an auxiliary transmission cooler helps dissipate heat, reduce fluid breakdown, and prevent overheating, especially on long drives or in mountainous terrain. It's a small upgrade that can extend the life of your transmission by tens of thousands of miles. Some vehicles come with one, but many don't. Adding an aftermarket cooler costs a few $100s, but it's a smart investment if you demand more from your car. If you've made it this far, congrats. You're officially smarter than 90% of drivers out there. Now that you know how to keep your automatic transmission in top shape, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Car Care Pro, and share this with someone who's been rough on their car lately. Have a transmission horror story or another trick that works for you? Drop it in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, drive smart and take care of that ride.